superstars. We are who we are.
Hey guys, this video is extremely overdue, but I did have a chance to go to the Estée Lauder MAC warehouse sale that happened back in the very first week of December. So I did have a chance to go on the very first day, which was Friday, December 3rd, and I got to bring 3 of my closest girlfriends with me. So I'm going to just share with you guys all the items that I got. But first I wanted to talk about some of the changes that I noticed at this particular warehouse sale. Okay, so the very first difference for anybody that has gone to these warehouse sales before in the past is that the prices have completely jumped up. It really sucked. Nothing was the same price this time around. Everything jumped up, ranged between $2 to $5. All the eyeshadows, all the blushes, all the lipsticks, all the fragrances, you name it. Every single item in the warehouse this time around actually jumped in price. So when I was telling my girlfriends about all these great bargains, I felt a little stupid going in because all the prices completely changed. So that was really disappointing, and the infamous $3 bids that I promised myself that I was going to go check out, they weren't there. Everything felt really different. So that was the most disappointing thing. And the thing that kind of threw me off was that normally the layout of all of the items were always the same. So you would know exactly which room you would have to go to. But this time around, they switched everything up. Like, everybody knew the blushes were in the 3rd room. But this time around, the blushes were in the very first room. So that was a little confusing. So they completely rearranged it, and that kind of threw me off. So the experience this time around was really not that good, but the thing that really ruined it all was just the matter of prices. So it really felt like you were just getting a couple dollars off. And so it's a good bargain, like it's okay, but it was not as good as bargains as we got in the past. But nonetheless, I still, of course, was able to still do some damage. So enough of the complaining. I'm just going to show you guys the stuff that I got this time around. So I'm going to share with you guys the things that I got into the very first room. So I actually got this idea from previous gurus that I saw were picking up these little like cosmetic bag kind of things, and I was always thinking to myself, like, where are these things? And I saw that they were in the very first room all the way to the right. So the first little bargains I got were these adorable little Clinique drawstring bags. These were so cute, and they were only $2. So I ended up grabbing 2 of these, and then there were larger ones like this. Exactly same format drawstring, and then these were $4. So I find these actually really handy if you're going over to a girlfriend's house, things like that. Really good for sleepovers or throwing into luggage. So cute. Love these. So in the same collection, I got these little clear ones. Zipper at the top, really standard, and I got it in green as well. And these were $2 too, so I got 2 of the small pink pouches, 2 of the bigger ones, and I got 1 of each. And so 2 and 2 for, like, it really, like, $25. So that was not really that bad. And then, as I was saying before, the blushes were in the very first room, so that completely threw me off. This color I got before. I have showed this in a previous video that I've done, and it's called Instant Chic. I'll write everything down, that's okay. But it's more of a coral kind of color, and it does give me like that flushed, kind of like blushing look, so I really did want to double up a bit, so I got that. A new blush that I ended up getting was called GARB, and so this is more bronze, which I do like. So this has been awesome for contouring, so holidays, I was eating a lot, and so it's really good to contour right there, and to even create shadows right here. So GARB is great. So if I were to go to the next one, I'm probably grabbing a double up of that. And I believe for the very first room, that was all I got. Room number 2. So my last video, room number 2 was a complete fail for me. It still stayed to be eyeshadows and makeup brushes. So they were still there, but I was a lot successful this time around. So I ended up getting 7 eyeshadows. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I got 2 pink kind of shades. The very first one I got is called WINTERSKY. And this is a Veluxe Pearl, so I'm going to just go ahead and swatch that for you. So it's almost like a really velvety kind of a pink color. So I thought that would be so pretty if I were to blend with maybe like a chocolate brown or even purple. There was a phase I was wearing a lot of purple, so I thought that would look really nice. And then I've got Pen & Pink, which is a matte, very pastel kind of pink, kind of like my nails here. So side by side, so you can see one is very visibly matte and the other one's a shimmer, so that's why it's hardly showing up on camera. But I was learning how to do a lot of blending this end of the year, and so I was noticing I was not getting a lot of colors that it would complement with colors that I already have in my collection, so I thought those two pink ones would be great. The next two I got one from the Liberty of London collection called Birds and Berries, and it is this gorgeous teal color. This is also a Veluxe pearl. Right there. So it is like a dark turquoisey kind of color. Definitely turquoise, like it has the hints of green and the hints of blue. The next one I've got a very different, but I wanted an orange for a while. So this one's called Off the Page. And so this, I believe, is it's a frost. So go ahead. Right there. So I thought that would have been really interesting if I were to just do kind of like how my eyeshadow is right now. I just got a little bit of shadow in the outer crease area. So I thought if I did a really, really nude eyelid all the way around, and if I just did a really, really nice splash of color, that would have been really pretty. So those were the four kind of colored items that I got, just cleaning up here. And then I ran into three browns that I noticed that I've always written down, but I've always passed up on it on the past warehouse sales. Made sure I did not make that mistake this time around. I got the infamous COPPERPLATE. Every time I went back to the eyeshadow tables, I was noticing I was constantly writing this number down, and I don't know why, I just wouldn't get it, so I didn't make that same mistake. So it is very similar to Satin Taupe, that is very popular from MAC, so it is the matte version. So I think for everyday use, a matte version is definitely the smarter way to go. The next one I've got is called Prepped for Glamour. Very similar to Satin Taupe, but it has a bit of a different finish, so it's a frost. This one's definitely not as concentrated. I would say it was almost a little bit darker than Satin Taupe. Prep for Glamour is this one. It's very pretty though. And I love Satin Taupe, so I thought that would have been a smart move. The color I've been using very frequently though is called Signed Sealed. So this is a very interesting color because it's almost like a chocolate brown, but it's got hints of a burgundy red. So it's a warm brown. I have been loving this for my outer crease area, and it's just been so gorgeous. So it looks like that. Try to clean my hand, it's not working very well. But it is such a gorgeous dark chocolate brown color. And so for the most part, those were my 7 eyeshadows. Did a very good job. Kind of kept it safe, went with more colors that I know I would actually use. And so those were the 7 that I had. Okay, so moving to the very, very last room, they did still have their lip products. So I definitely did a lot better this time around. There was a lip gloss that my girlfriend got the last time. I had no idea why I didn't get it, but they're both from the Liberty of London collection. I am still in love with this packaging. I think it's so pretty. So the one that probably is the most popular is called Perennial High Style, and it's this gorgeous, gorgeous, like pale, almost like a corally kind of color. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch that for you all. Like that. It is so pretty. I don't know if I can wear it as well as my friend, but I'm going to try nonetheless. And then this is called Frankly Fresh. Not sorry. So it's more of a, I'm going to say almost like a bronzy nude, but I thought this was very pretty as well. Definitely more neutral than the other. So those are the two. So the bottom one is the Perennial High Style, and then Frankly Fresh on top. Really pretty regardless. And then right at the end, I saw a girl pick up this particular lip gloss. For those that know the lipstick called Lavender Whip, I love the color, but also, as mentioned before, I'm not a big lipstick girl. I'm more into lip glosses. I actually found a fantastic lip gloss that's a dupe of that color, and it's actually called English Accents. I thought the name was really, really cute. Get a good concentration of color here, if I can show you. So it's this one right here. And when I lined it up with the lipstick, it actually looked so similar. So I was very excited that I was able to find, a color that matched Lavender Whip. It is definitely more pinkish, but I think that's almost more wearable. So, of course, I've got two of them. So now I've got two English accents. And the thing that I found in the third room, which I was a little surprised because people have very, very mixed reviews, is I actually end up getting a nail polish. So I don't know if you guys can really pick it up on camera. I guess you can. It's a very, very dark green. I saw, I believe, her name is From Head to Toe, and I saw that she was wearing a very, very dark green nail polish. I thought it was really, really stunning. So I figured I'm at a warehouse sale, why not? So I saw this color, I picked it up, and I actually have been wearing it very well. So there is a swatch of it. It's just on a cue card. But you can see it's a very, very dark green. Most people have just asked, where did I get my black nail polish from? Because I'll do 2 coats of it. As you can see, it is on the streaky side. So I do have to do 2 coats of this. Oh, sorry, and the name of it is called Beyond Jealous. Beyond Jealous. So I thought that was a really, really pretty one. So I was very happy with that. So granted, with everything that I've got, and because of the prices jumped, I end up spending exactly $222.61. So $223. And considering, in my opinion, I felt I really didn't get that much. Not bad, but now I'm just going to quickly talk about the door crashers. Okay, so the door crashers were still $5, but the biggest catch this time around was they didn't let you see what was inside the door crashers. Before, they had a sample table like normal so that you could see exactly what was in it. If you want to swatch it, you could do it right there. But this time around, they wouldn't let you know what was inside the package. So I was very lucky in the sense that one of the 4 girls that I went with, she just bought one. She was just like, whatever, like, I'll just get one. So luckily, because of her, we were able to see what was inside. So because of her, I saw it, and then I had to grab it. So I grabbed actually 2 of them. The very first thing we got is a Prep and Prime from MAC. It's a tiny, tiny little one. Same height as a nail polish. So it's very, very little. I've never used this. I'm not really sure. I normally don't do bases, but if you guys recommend this, let me know. Not really sure. Like, is this just to kind of prep your press powder, whatnot? Not really sure, and now I've got 2 of them. So please let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know what is this really for. The next thing that was really pretty, it was actually a pigment color. I'm not really sure what collection this is from. Rodarte, so it's clearly another French name, so Rodarte. I don't even know why I attempted that. But the color is absolutely stunning. It's called White Gold. And it's a tiny one as well, but because I got 2, I guess it kind of makes up for it, right? So it looks like that. It's really, really hard to tell, but it's literally like an ivory gold, and it's got specks of gold all the way through it. It is so gorgeous, but I do find pigments a little bit difficult to work with. And this particular pigment is very, very crumbly, so I'm having a little bit of a hard time using this, but I'll let you guys know how this works. But for the most part, I've been only putting it in my inner tear duct corners, and it's done a very gorgeous job. But the thing I was most ecstatic to see in the door crashers, I saw my impeccable brow pencils. So ecstatic. So, thank goodness they had the taupe. So because of this, I ended up getting 2 of them. But they ended up actually giving the blonde color away. So I was a little nervous about this because I'm clearly not blonde. But the color is actually not too bad. So I'm actually going to go ahead and swatch blonde and taupe side by side so you guys can see the difference. The very top one is taupe, so it's almost got like a grayish undertone. And then the one that's very brown is actually the blonde. So I've been noticing lately that I've been using both. And I found the marriage between these two colors has done exceptionally well. So taupe and blonde, so happy I got these, and now I've got both of them. So those were the door crashers this year, and then the free gift of purchase this year was nail polish. So it was just the black one. It's called Nocturnal. It's your standard black nail polish. Nothing too fancy. I'm just going to put it right beside Beyond Jealous so you can see the difference. That is why I'm not wearing it. It is extremely streaky. It's very watery. It's kind of runny. I'm not a huge fan of that black one, so not surprised why they gave this out for free. But and the thing that was very, very sneaky of them was they were selling this color. So I can only imagine the customer that actually purchased this, they got a second bottle for free. And that's a little unfair because if they knew that they were going to get this, maybe they wouldn't have bought it. So especially the quality of it, I think they're going to get a little disappointed. I did forget one purchase that I made that I saw from the last warehouse sale, and I was really excited to actually get it. It's called the Naked Honey Skin Salve. So it's got a nice little honeycomb design at the very, very top, and it's a twist-off cap, and it just looks like this. In short, it's basically Vaseline. It's petroleum. And the really neat thing about this is that it actually has honey in it, so not only does it smell delicious, I do find its hydrating power pretty good. So I luckily met a makeup artist that was at this warehouse sale, and she was telling me not only does she use it for the lips, she actually uses it on her elbows, on her ankles, any dry area, especially because we live in Canada. This stuff, she says, works really, really well for her, and I found that so far it's actually not bad. I don't recommend it so much on the lips. I do find it has a bit of a funny aftertaste, but I have put it on my elbows and like kind of patchy dry spots, and it's been doing a really, really good job. So that is the final item I actually got. So $223 later, that's all the items that I got. Let me know what else you guys got. Was there anything that I missed? What were your comments about the prices going up higher? Was it just me? Do you find that unfair? What were the changes that you guys also noticed? Let me know, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.